How did we get here? Hi there, it's Michael again with another Championship Manager update. And as you can see, I'm presently unemployed and Leeds have offered me the position of manager. But how did this all happen? Well, it's quite simple. You remember that league title that we won at the end of the last episode? We couldn't back it up. So halfway through last season, I was shown the door, which, to be honest, I was quite relieved of. The way that league form just completely collapsed, it's quite special. As you can see, I've been replaced by some Norwegian who, he had some success with Club Brugge. Well done him. Yeah, Champions League runner-up, but I mean, at the end of the day, what's that going to do to you? It's not going to help you at Newcastle. Not the way I've left them. Yeah. So, yeah, just into the new year, I got given my P45. And quite simply, there was just a lot of terrible fixtures that, we couldn't get any form going that season. Or the season before that. I mean, both seasons we've kind of challenged for the title briefly, and then it's kind of faded away, or in last season's case, it kind of collapsed. And if I could just pinpoint the last match that I had, which was January, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the Blackburn match. And in the run-up to this match, the supporters have got a bit angry. There was a supporter protest, which, it's weird. Throughout my 12 years in charge, I've always had the supporters at my back, and they've always been fine. But as soon as we won that league title, so much expectations came with it, and we just couldn't handle it. To the point where the dressing room, if we weren't at the top, they just didn't care. It's quite annoying, and it's been brewing for those last two seasons. And Blackburn just were the guys that finished the job. You can see there were a few new faces that I brought in. We always had this problem with squad depth, and I tried to address that with 3 or 4 new signings that some of them turned out pretty good. He was slow to get going, but he wasn't that bad. Frode Stensland, now he was genuinely a proper star. He had a really impressive European Championships and took Norway to the final. So it seemed only right and only fitting that, we needed someone in that position, and he's a bit of a utility man. So I brought him in, and aside from his disciplinary problems, it was pretty good. We had some issues with goalkeepers as well. Steve Wharton started to feature more in the squad because previous goalkeeper Chris Hargreaves, he decided that he wanted a new challenge. So he went to, I think it was Charlton for 1.6 million, which is a terrible price tag for him, really. And because, I mean, he went of his own accord, but because he'd left and I'd sold him, I got flack for that, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, Trond took over, and his impact was minimal. Was kind of, oh wow, that is, look at that run, jeez. To be fair, if I was in charge, I don't think it would have been much different. They finished 7th in the league, so they missed out on European football. They did beat Leeds though, so we'll have to get revenge for that. Let's see here. Javier Saviola, he was absolutely shambolic in the last season. Yeah, he was pulling up like sixes and not really proving himself to be, the world-class player that he is. And again, he's whinging about squad depth. Whose fault's that? It's Trond's, because he sold 2 of my players. Oh, no way. You sold Simon Davies? I mean, he was really shit last season, but come on. So he's got rid of Davies. Those 2 were definitely his. Neil Russell, there were offers coming in for him, but obviously because we had problems with squad depth, I didn't want to get rid of him, and he'd proven himself to be okay. John Welsh, I was trying to make something of him, and yeah, unfortunately, I think because I'd brought in the Norwegian lad, he was kind of surplus to requirements before he came in, but I needed bodies, and with the injuries and suspensions that we got, it kind of worked out. And then my last action as the Newcastle manager on a transfer front was to get rid of Malcolm Kelly, and for the second time in the save, I had a player with the surname of Kelly, who the board took a disliking to. Again, it was his agent was making noises about transfers out. I put his asking price up just to dissuade anyone from coming in for him. Then someone met it, so I thought, well, 7 million for a player that's almost but not quite made it. I mean, he looks really good on paper, but he couldn't get the run on the side. And that's kind of it. The year previous, we had the same problems, but we finished 5th. And then, unfortunately, this time around, for the last 2 seasons, we couldn't have any cup runs to, keep the door from swinging open. It's a bit of a shame that, but because I always looked at the squad on paper and thought we'd at least get something from the season, and the last 2 have just been fruitless. So that's it, unfortunately. But there's some, good things to take from it. Oh man, I'm not even anywhere near that, am I? Oh, I'm not even part of it because I'm unemployed. That's terrible. Yeah, that's what I want. History. Yeah, and I mean we brought in some good players relatively cheaply, and it didn't quite work out. But there's these stats for the 624 games that I was in charge. That's a Newcastle record. I'm happy with that. Would have liked to have won more than just half my games, but, you know, 15 awards, 4 cups, and the league that ultimately destroyed us. And I was going to wait till the new season to make a decision on where I go next. I had applied for some more high profile jobs, like the Barcelona one. They'd prefer to have someone Spanish rather than a actual big man. But there you go. And then 2 things happened at the end of the season. Arsene Wenger retired and John Toshak retired, or as it seems to be put in the in Leeds' landmarks, he got sacked. Yeah, he also was under fire all through the season. It just seemed like such a weird season, really. You'd have him, David O'Leary, and all those kind of stalwarts being under pressure. Even Martin O'Neill, who would ultimately play a part in my downfall. His Man United team has just run away with things for the last 2 seasons. But occasionally they have terrible starts, which nobody seems to capitalise on. But yeah, he's down as being sacked, and I'll take that, but he's also retired. So maybe he was pushed. Just look at that man. Look at all that he's done. But he's never won a league title, which is the one thing I have over him. That and the fact that I'm not retired. So there's an opportunity with this squad, and I feel like I should take it because I don't think I'm going to get a job abroad. The Brazil job also came up, which I got stumped for. I also went in after the Arsenal job, which I also got snubbed for. So, you know, tough shit. Oh my goodness! They've got Cherno Samba and they've got Justin Jocelyn. The crazy crackhead. Oh, that's terrible. That means I have to make a decision. Oh my word. How did this team finish 8th? It has to happen. I'm going to take this. Oh wow, Igor Pishkan. He always played well against me as well. I'll get him on as a player coach, he'll be tough. And Peter Ridsdale is still in charge as chairman. How's his patience? Yeah, I've gathered it must be high, seeing as he stood by Toshak all those years. Surprised they haven't extended Ellen Road, to be honest. Although I'm still surprised I got extended to 67,000, so I mean, we're going to do this, right? Yeah. They expect European qualification, which I think the squad should do. I'm happy to have less expectations thrown at me than win the title every year. So yeah. Pour one out for Jim Pout's Newcastle career, and then drink it in for what might be something different at Leeds. I don't know. I can't forget those 12 years. And yeah, I mean, come on. I got stick for something that he wanted to do. And then what happened to Jordan? They got rid of Alan Kirbishley, which is amazing. Replacing him with Dutch Steve. Jesus. Who's Martin Taylor? Who's Martin Taylor? I guess he's okay. To be honest though, I'm not much of a judge on defenders, given the amount of ones that are brought in at Newcastle. I mean, as a parting shot at Newcastle, I'll show the defenders that brought in. Oh, hey, he's new. Oh, no way. Oh, right. For one brief second there, I wondered if he was a EU product, but he's not. Yeah, Joe Dolan. He still looks good, but he's never really performed spectacularly. Matteo Ferrari, he started improving, but age is getting the better of him. Stentland, he's fantastic. Oh, Michael Dawson. I could bring some of these guys back. But they're all kind of like, I don't know who I would want to take with me. Alright, who's a youth product? I'm not going to take Anthony Chandran. He was not great in the last season, and his stats flatter to deceive. He's the kind of player that'll go missing for 3 or 4 games and then put 4 past somebody, and then it'll look like he's had a really fantastic season. I almost want to keep him, well, see if he stays there to take Shearer's record, because I was going to say it's only a matter of time, but who knows when there's a new manager in charge. I don't know about Martinez. He could never really usurp Chandran. Zongo, he's 32. I feel like his best days are behind him, and I'm not going to get Saviola because he'll leave to somewhere else. He won't stay at Newcastle, not unless things really improve. And Mark Kerr still looks great. I hope this doesn't come to bite me in the arse. That's annoying. They're starting to get youth players that I never got thrown at me. Fair enough, I didn't do much with the ones that I had. Yeah, Dominic Shaw just never really improved or looked more substantial than he was. It just seemed like he was good too. A couple of defensive attributes, and he didn't fill out. Starting to sound like a right bitter man. Yeah, he was one of the new guys. Yeah, Santoni. Lecce had a really good time of it in Serie A, and this guy was unprotected, so I thought I'd go for it. And he's not been too bad. And I'm saying that kind of respectively, and in comparison with the other defenders that were at the club, which are what they are. And then Rafael van der Vaart, who, yeah, he's been on a slow decline, and fair enough. that's it. Such is life. Oh, who was the Ford? I brought him in from Beveren. Again, that was just when I was back in the squad depth days, and he looked good, but he just didn't. I think that's the problem when you got Saviola and Zongo ahead of you. You can't really make the break. And then there's Kevin Stevens who, again, just all these young players that I wish I could do more for, but they just never quite made it. Well, it's all in the past now. I've turned to the dark side. And we'll see how this turns out. So I'll see you guys next time. See you later.